Now, let's proceed on.
Substitution and ellipsis.
Let's go on first on
Substitution, which substitute word off phrases replaced by another. Example, which book do you want? I'll take it red one.
In this example, the word book is substituted by one. Substitution may be nominal, as in the example just given.
Nominal substitution is the replacement of a noun or a noun phrase by a nominal substitute one's same.
Nominal substitution functions either as the head of nominal group or as to presuppose an entire nominal group.
Example, have you any knives? I need a sharp one.
And in replacement of a noun phrase,
He studied the whole text last night. I did the same.
here in example A, one for knives functions as the head of a noun, whereas the whole text last night is replaced by same.
also, we have
Verbal substitution. The verbal substitution in English is do.
This operates as head of a verbal group in the place that is occupied by the lexical verb, and its position is always final in the group.
Example, the words did not come the same as they you said to do.
And in replacement of a noun phrase,
I don't know the meaning of half those long words, and what's more, I don't believe you do either.
here the first do in the first example substitutes for come. That in second example substitutes for know the meaning of half those long words.
next is the
Clausal substitution. The words used as clausal substitutes are so and not.
In clausal substitution, the entire clause is presupposed and the contrasting element is outside the clause.
Example, is there going to be an earthquake? It says so.
Here, the so presupposes the whole of the clause. There is going to be an earthquake, and the contrastive environment is provided by the says, which is outside it.
Now, let's move on to
Ellipsis as a variation on substitution. It is described by themis substitutium by zero, that is to say, something is omitted. 3 types of ellipsis.
firstly, we have nominal ellipsis.
Nominal ellipsis often involves omission of a noun head word. Example, Nellie liked the green tiles, it preferred the blue.
For this type of sentence, it is as nominal ellipsis because the word tiles involves omission of noun head word.
Secondly, we have verbal ellipsis.
Verbal ellipsis. To very common types of verbal group ellipsis are echoing and auxiliary intrinting. Echoing repeats an element from the verbal group and contrasting is when the auxiliary changes. Echoing repeats an element from the verbal group. Example, A. Will anyone be waiting? B. Jim will, I should think.
For this type of the sentence, it is as verbal ellipsis because repeats an element from the verbal group of the word will.
Contrasting is when auxiliary changes. Example, A. Has Cher married? B. No, but she will one day, I'm sure.
For this type of the sentence, it is as verbal group ellipsis because there is an auxiliary changes in the sentence. The word has changes into the word will.
Thirdly, we have clausal ellipsis.
Clausal ellipsis involves a clause elements may be omitted. Especially common are subject pronoun omissions.
Whole stretches of clausal components may also be omitted.
Example, if you'd stayed here like I suggested, they definitely would be.
For this type of the sentence, it is as clausal ellipsis because this type of sentence has some kinds of substitute for the main verb and the object pronoun, produces the form, if you stayed here like I suggested, they definitely would be done.
Now, we are done of substitution and ellipsis, and now let's proceed to
Conjunction. Conjunction is perhaps the most explicit and obvious cohesive devices in a text, because, with this type of cohesion, the meaning relation is contained in the cohesive item itself. 4 major types of conjunction: additive, adversative, causal and temporal.
Some conjunctions may occur at various places in the clause.
A. Mark is an excellent teacher. However, David is even better. B. Mark is an excellent teacher. David, however, is even better. C. Mark is an excellent teacher. David is, however, even better. D. Mark is an excellent teacher. David is even better, however.
In contrast, others can only occur at the beginning of the second clause or sentence.
A. Mark is an excellent teacher and Alice is too. B. Mark is an excellent teacher, Butylus is better. Mark is an excellent teacher, so we are lucky to have him.